Got something special today with all the ski bike stuff going on. I got an invite up to Mount Mancelona. It's a local mountain. The guy's been trying to get going for a couple years now. So he's gonna let me take the ski bike up there and try to raise some awareness, and let alone who knows what else. You can see around my neighborhood it's mostly farms and flat, so I have to drive about an hour to get to anywhere with any significant hills. Yeah, it's cold today. That's Fahrenheit for you 90% of the metric people out there. It's chilly today, but it's beautiful. It's a bluebird day. Here we are, Mount Mancelona. All right, here we are. This is the lodge. Hey, Joe. These are the hills. Some future plans that Sam has. This must be from the 80s, last time they were open public. Right, we're just gonna go for an easy cruise on this one. Once I had a feel for how the bike handled on open slopes, I decided to head over to the other side of the mountain to hit up the terrain park. Yes! Oh. Gotta love branches. Whew. Now that I had a taste for air and how the bike felt landing and taking off and all of that, I wanted to do some more. And now to explore the rest of Mount Mancelona. Here we are at the top of Mount Mancelona. You can see things overlooking there. This place closed in 1984. This is Adam. Say hi, Adam. Adam's helping me film, and he's always wanted to ride Mount Mancelona anyway. So we're gonna go around that way and take our time. Bike's a lot of fun. Ready? That looks gnarly. I want to go this way though. Here we are at the very top. There's the lodge. Is that a cat thing over there? Is that even a trail? Yeah, let's take this. Looks pretty open, doesn't it? Yeah. We decided to go around the back side of the mountain down a less steep cat track. I'm right behind you. Race. I got two of them. I'll be a little faster. Awesome. Oh, there's Sam right there.
How's it going? You having fun today?
Yeah, having fun. It's great. Thanks for having me. I've been scouring the whole Midwest for ski resorts that will let a ski biker go, and you and I had talked last year just about kind of some of the festivals and stuff you had going on.
Yeah, and your cars and everything, yeah.
Yeah, and then I decided to reach out to you, and here we are.
Yeah, man. How was it today? Was it good?
It was awesome. Yep. Yeah, I skied until I couldn't do anymore, or bike, whatever you want to call it, ski bike.
Well, I mean, you called and I knew you're a fabricator, and so I saw, after I saw what you did with your mountain bike, I mean, that's awesome. And it's, I mean, we have this approach here that, it's kind of like in the 90s, it was the civil rights aboards, right? And this resort was the one that, it closed, it opened in 52, closed in 84, and then it reopened in 1996 after a lot of remodel by Joe Omnis to be the first snowboard-only resort in the world. And which was so cool about that, because at that time, it was like the civil right. You couldn't ride anywhere. Mm-hmm. I snowboarded then, and you just couldn't. And
well, I remember, I think I started skiing, snowboarding about that time. 95, 96, I remember, was a record winter.
Yeah.
And it's like tons of snow, and that was probably my first year where I became really good at skiing. I was fucking 13 or 14 or something.
Right.
And and there was this huge thing with snowboarders still, and in the Midwest, it was I just remember frickin' skiers, frickin' snowboarders. You mentioned Ben Schaub earlier today.
Yeah.
And that's where I met him. I don't even know if he'd recognize me, but I know of him from there. He was a fantastic snowboarder back in the day. So.
Yeah, he still is, and Matt Hale and all these friends. I mean, they're all part of this, cool. And they're all. Matt Hale's on the cover of Snowboard Magazine in '91.
Yeah.
Rode for Solid. Ben Hale's like a legend.
Nice.
Or to say Ben Hale, Ben Schaub's a legend.
Yeah.
And great guy. And so, we have this huge community of people, and that's kind of how we found the place. And
nice.
I grew up here on an old farm, 10 minutes away, and so here, it
cool.
Fucking happens.
So, what's your grand vision? I guess. Say, all of a sudden, people in the Midwest want a ski bike. They welcome here.
Yeah. Well, our grand vision is to build it through the people. So I just did a post on the Mount Mancelona site today. It's like, we really want to create the space conducive for all four-season sports, but it's going to really be led by the people who do those sports.
Yeah.
I feel like my job here is not really even an owner. It's really, I go to Shirley's and the old guys there at the diner say, "Oh, you own Mount Mancelona," and I say, "Well, you own it. I saved it," and they laugh. And so we want to be a community-led trail system for disc golf and mountain biking, and really just continue with creating the access for the new sports coming. So we're snow skating, we're ski.
Yep.
Is it ski bike or snow bike?
Yeah. So downhill places, like I downhill mountain bike in the summer because
right.
it's just a freaking blast. And
right.
I used to race, used to do the Iceman and all that, but the amount of training you have to put in to even have fun, it's something a guy like you and I, entrepreneurs, we're scrapping to make a living.
Right.
You can't spend an hour a day on the bike, but you can hop on a chair or however you want to get up to the top, shuttles.
Right.
Make 5 or 10 runs,
right.
and there you go. And you're not dead at the end of the day. You can still go keep working until midnight.
Right. It's one of these mountains where it has so much legend, but if you're a pretty aggressive skier, I mean, I went to Bozeman and I skied Bridger Bowl for 12 years and
nice.
Ridge Hippie every day. I loved it, and living in a truck and going to school and all that. And so I think that if you ski here, you realize it's a pretty aggressive mountain. It's the highest snowfall every year in the lower Michigan.
Yep.
We had like 17 feet last year.
Wow.
So Mancelona gets the record every year, about 15.5.
Yeah.
So it's powder, it's natural snow. We don't make snow, and I don't know if we will. We might get some for, just kind of fun stuff.
Right.
But our focus is kind of natural cliffs, and really, the glades and the old growth are so old that it's just beautiful. And it has a stunt ditch, which is a half pipe, 25-foot high, walls. It's got a mini half coming out of Satan's sphincter.
Yeah.
Is the name the snowboarders gave it. I mean, there's so much history here that, you ask what our focus is, and it's going to evolve, because I want the community to lead that. But, if we can bring this mountain back to its historical state with 2 pommel lifts, it had 5 tow ropes. It feels like it has 100 runs, but they said it had 18 runs. But, for me, it's kind of like a rock climb wall. There's so many lines.
Yeah. No, even I noticed, like, through the woods, the glade section, it really hasn't been cleared out in how long. And it's already pretty open.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
A lot of saplings in the woods have not taken.
Yeah.
But, so we're working on a historic revival of the mountain.
Yep.
Our big I don't think we're going to be a 9 to 5 business for a ski resort kind of model. I think we'll do a lot of micro and macros and festivals for snowboarding or hill climb, and then mountain biking, disc golf, and so forth. But also a lot of, our big nonprofit focus is at-risk kids in this community, which needs it more than most in Michigan. And also working with a lot of retired people, because they, in these small rural towns, they have a lot to offer and pass down. So
absolutely. Yeah,
it's a blue collar town, welders and, fabricators everywhere.
Yep.
And we just couldn't be more stoked about how this has all come together. It's been a road. It's been a hard road.
Anything good is.
Yeah. Definitely all the way to the bottom up to save this thing. I had to save it twice.
Yeah.
So now we're just pumped. Now it's about bringing the brands together. We're going to do a full site, kind of an e-com, so kind of a touch experience for riding bikes or any products or everything. We can partner with all these cool people in the world doing awesome stuff.
Absolutely.
But yeah, no, this is Mount Mancelona. So we moved in and we built the stage. So we do this kind of Michigan music, Michigan liquid, and Michigan chef and food. So we'll build a show around that for 65 seated, 150 dancing.
Nice.
We got another 500 person dance hall. We're saving an old 1930s Jewish girl camp, art and rec lodge. So that'll give us a nice 4-season venue. And then from there, this is the deck of the lodge is going to be second stage, which holds about 6,000 or 7,000 people.
Yep.
In this completely, it looks like your dad's 8-track player, right? And it's going to be awesome with the valley. And then our main amphitheater is really the big one. It could hold up to 35,000 people.
Nice.
And obviously, we'll be fine with anything smaller to do macro events that we bring in top talent with a lot of purpose and try to come. It's more of a feastable and a festival. So, our ag programs. And you really have to dive into our site and our new website coming out that will give people a lot of opportunity to be members, timeshares, design their own treehouse.
Yeah.
And can you design it and we can replicate it, create jobs in the community and manufacture those, or yurts or wood-fired hot tubs. It's really about history, tradition, outdoor rec, youth, really making a positive impact in a small town. And, for me, we've been doing a lot of research with this documentary team across the country on over 200 closed ski hills from the 50s, 60s, and 70s, mountains. Every state has tons. Colorado has, 36, and they used to have, I think, 97.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. And so one of our focuses is if we can package everything we learn with products and tools and innovation and partnering with a Zach Brown band or a Clutch or whatever, we can replicate that.
Yep.
And then revive these ski hills and local economies in small towns.
There you go.
Yeah.
That'd be sweet.
It's a big idea.
It usually just takes a little spark.
This is it's a life commitment to, just be in the woods. Our purpose is amplifying humanity and nature.
Yep.
So that broad stroke. So we want to have a conserved impact. This is not just a big old party. We're going to have, tencel tents in the trees over the lichen habitats, and we have the best water in the state of Michigan. As far as it won a blue ribbon for best tasting water, and it wins every year in the region.
Sweet.
So the artesian aquifer is a huge element of something we want to focus on.
Yeah.
And could go on and on.
That's awesome. Well, I'm sure I'll be back. We're waiting for a little more snow to fall. I think we're supposed to get hammered next week. So
yeah, it's time.
Definitely.
It was good today. It's fast.
Yeah, it was fast today. But this was my third day riding the bike.
You just built it.
Yeah, I just finished it Monday, and it's
so
Thursday.
sick.
So,
oh man, you caught air and slid. I'm like, you know how to ride. So you said you're a pretty aggressive skier, and it showed. I was like, man, you're riding a bike.
You are too. I was watching you stride. I'm like, oh, he knows what he's doing. So I'm probably similar skill to you. I mean, you hit stuff, but yeah, I mean, skiing in the Midwest is great, but there's only so much you can do.
Right.
Whereas that's kind of where I was like, I want to do the ski bike thing because I've got this.
Right.
I mean, you go buy an $8,000 downhill bike. I didn't pay that, but that's, you know, you can spend $8,000 on a downhill mountain bike. Sitting there collecting dust for 6 months, like, okay, let's go have some fun.
Right. Well, that's a great idea. I mean, for bikers, I mean, hopefully we can be an anchor for, you know, that and snow skating and everything we're talking. You know, all these.
Everything.
I mean, there's so many people that have, you know, interest in other innovative sports and aren't allowed in the corporate, you know, or bigger hills and everything.
Exactly.
And so, you know, we're just wide open. And as long as the people lead it, if people come in and say, this is what I love, I need the staging grounds to build it. You know, we want to build huge kickers. I mean, our downhill, our gravity flow. You know, we have almost 400 vertical feet with really pretty aggressive terrain.
Yeah, it is. It surprised me because my parents, they live in the UP. They live in the scenic area. They're off the grid, solar, wind. It's really cool.
Awesome.
But so we've been driving through Mancelona for almost 30 years now. I'm like, that is a ski hill. And I knew it, but I'd never seen it open or anything.
Yeah. Yes. You say Sini?
Yeah, Sini.
I used to go there a lot with my dad in Whitefish Point. Bird watching.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, but glad I finally got to make it here. So.
Yeah. No, this has been awesome. I'm so glad you came out because, you know, it only adds another layer of how hard we're trying to get people to be comfortable to come up here.
No,
I mean, what's your experience like coming in the door, you know, not knowing it, you know, just...
Oh, it feels like home. You walk in, it's just chill.
Super chill.
Yeah, super chill. And the hills right there, gorgeous views. It's, I'm excited to see what happens over the next year here. I'll do what I can do to help.
We should get all the snow bike or snow ski and snow skaters to come. We can sleep 35 in the lodge.
Oh, there you go. I wasn't sure.
Beds.
You can stay right here, everybody.
And you know, come up with the ideas as a group, and just, you know, from there it's just chainsaws and shovels and
a little bit of sweat equity.
Yeah,
a lot of fun.
Yeah, but just, you know, we're gonna build a membership community. So I mean, you look at like timeshares and resorts. You know, it might be 200,000 for a spec bungalow, you know, at the bottom of a ski hill. Well, here we're like, well, we want to build temporary housing solutions. We want to manufacture, create jobs, but we want to build yurts and, you know, walled-in Thoreau cabins and treehouse villages, and so people can actually, you know, come in at like a $20,000 level, have a timeshare that they can rotate with other families of different, you know. Ideally, you want to book someone who likes, you know, bluegrass, and the other person, you know, wants indie rock. And those families are mountain biking and skiing or whatever, and but everyone can find a place here, and so. You know, we're applicable for night sky, so bubble houses, and we're just having fun dreaming. But right now, it's about building a leadership team, and we got to hire a community connector. It's kind of like you know, head of the lodge, but social media and just rad skills, and one day at a time.
Oh yeah, that's how it is.
You know it, man. You so know it. I heard your story, and I was like, oh my gosh, you know.
Yeah, I do.
You know, entrepreneurs, you know, we can go up and down. And you can take a big hit, but it doesn't mean you're going to quit dreaming.
No,
and
if you do, then you lost.
Yeah, it's just too addicting to build solutions or ideas that, you know, for me, it's, you know, I say to my team, you know, if I'm a CEO or whatever brand, it's more of a VOI. It's a value on investment.
Yeah.
As much as an ROI. I hope to have really good ROI people so we're sustainable.
Exactly.
But for me, my dream, you know, I tell my friends, they're like, why did you go? You did all these festivals and events all the, you know. And I said, you know, for me, it feels like I'm retiring. It feels like I can be a teacher.
You can do what you want. You can follow your dreams.
And build this brick and mortar, you know. And so I'm just, I couldn't be more, I feel like it's a gift, and I just want to give it away.
Good.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us out.
That was fun.
Here's Sam out for a little rip. Ripping, buddy. Dude, that was good. And then Adam wanted to give it a try. Yeah. Huge thanks to Sam Porter and crew for having us out to Mount Mancelona. We'll be back.